I bought a 1995 Toyota Camry LE, and these 90s legends never seem to die. This one is finished in Grandpa Beige. It came with a stick in the back seat, and I paid only $800 for it. They made about 12 billion of these things, and they're basically all still on the road because the 90s Camrys came with one of the most reliable, longest-lasting gasoline four-cylinder engines ever made, the 5S FE, and
I'm gonna destroy it, I think. I'm pretty sure, but you never know with these things. Still sounds really good though. I'm putting the pan back on and we're gonna drive this Camry 40 miles. Okay, that is super dangerous. We got like 2 more blocks, dude, but we can do it. All right, so I'm getting a push. The cop is real cool.
What's up?
I'm sorry to throw this on you, there's an oil change.
I don't even know where to start. This thing is completely missing an oil pan.
you see, a couple of years ago, an engine additive company reached out telling me they had a product that's so good at protecting vital engine parts that once treated, you could run with no engine oil. They claim to have driven over 4,000 miles in a car with a similar Japanese 4-cylinder, and they even drag raced it without oil.
They literally say on their site, and I quote, treatment grows new surface material in all those friction surfaces that are in contact with the oil. The metal ceramic surface is formed only in the areas in which there is friction and abrasion occurs only in those areas where the surface has breaking peaks in the surface. That's what it says. In addition, the new surface created is much harder and smoother than the original, seen here in a laser microscope image of the camshaft before and after this treatment. It also reads that their product creates a tribo-ceramic surface that greatly reduces friction, increases horsepower, fuel economy, basically ushers in world peace and makes you a really good bologna sandwich.
The claims are a little nuts, and they go against everything I know about engines. Engine oil is used to both cool and lubricate moving engine components, and the engine bearings literally ride on a thin pressurized film of oil, and without it, there'd be metal-to-metal contact causing extreme wear. Every time that piston goes up and down is another opportunity for the crankshaft to contact the oilless bearings, not to mention the piston rings scraping on the cylinder walls.
And just 1 hour of driving at 2,000 RPM, so right around 40, equates to each piston going up and down 240,000 times. So I give this engine maybe like 100 miles, and that's being generous only because it's one of the most bulletproof engines ever built. Now, to be fair, this company doesn't advertise or recommend that you drive around with no oil. The treatment is meant to make your engine last longer, and it very well may do that. Who knows? If it reduces friction, it could help. This was just a stunt that they performed to show how great their product is, and I just don't believe that you can go 4,000 miles of daily driving and drag racing, let alone a couple of 100 miles. But let me know in the comments section, how many miles do you think the Camry will go after the treatment and with no oil? And don't forget to follow me at LegitStreetCars on Facebook and on Instagram. I update you on all the projects, including the Camry, and there may be something on there for you right now. So links in the description box. Now, in full transparency, this video is not sponsored by any engine oil additive company, but it is sponsored by something that I use every single day, and that is kind of a little miracle, and that's NordVPN.
I use NordVPN to protect myself from the onslaught of data collection and spying eyes on the internet. It's getting a little out of control here, but you can fight against it and get my favorite feature, content unblocking. So believe it or not, those streaming services you pay for have a ton more content that's hidden from you depending on your location. For example, I can't watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in the US, but if I virtually transport myself to the UK and simply refresh the screen, there it is. This feature is seriously great, and you guys are going to get an extra month free, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so just try it and see. Was that a rhyme? It might have been a rhyme.
And the best part is, if you guys click on my link in the video description box, or just go to nordvpn.com/legit, you're gonna get 70% off, making this only $3.56 a month. It's a crazy deal. You guys are gonna love it. So a big thanks to NordVPN for continuing to support automotive content creators like myself. Now let's get back to this Camry engine and these crazy little procedures we have to do to make this treatment form new metal. Yeah. Okay, so now that we know the compression is good, we want to take a look at the top end of the engine, because this is always a good indication on whether or not the engine has been maintained with proper oil change intervals. And what we're looking at here is the very tippy top of the cam lobes. This is where you can start to see flat spots and just wear marks if someone's running this thing low on oil or never changing the oil, and these look perfectly shiny and smooth. I don't see any indications that this Camry was neglected. Everything looks really, really nice. Now, there was one prerequisite to me choosing an engine for this. The one prerequisite is that it has to have flat tappet lifters. It cannot have hydraulic lifters. So these lifters in here don't use oil pressure. If we used an engine with hydraulic lifters, we'd pretty much be dead in the water as soon as the lifters went dry, because then it's not gonna be able to properly open the valve, and we can run into engine issues that aren't related to lack of lubrication or too much friction, and that basically would defeat the purpose of the test. So this has old school flat tappet lifters, so we're good to go.
Originally, I had like 10 minutes of me performing the miracle additive treatment to the Camry, but what happened after with the engine and my hidden camera prank was just too good, and I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'll recap this part for you. I reached out to the company and they gave me exact instructions on how to treat the engine for running with no oil, and it basically consisted of an oil change and 3.5 tubes of this miracle gel, so about $180 in product. I had to drive 155 miles in between treatments, which I did by driving on the street and letting it run at 62 miles per hour on my rack. Cruise control was kind of freaking out, so I had to create a big vacuum leak to keep the Camry happy, and this worked out really nice. The process also included many timed idle and cool down sessions, and one treatment consists of a tube of gel and a small supplied bottle of oil. You mix the gel with the oil in the bottle and simply add it to the engine. Now for the last treatment, they had me drain the oil and then idle the engine for about 30 minutes, and
It's not sounding good, guys. I said 100 miles. I said I think it would go 100 miles. I'm lowering that to 50. This is already sounding bad.
I then had to add the old treated oil back in and run it for another 155 miles for a total of 471 miles. And no, the Camry's odometer doesn't roll backwards in reverse. I tried. At this point, it was time to drain the oil for the last time and start our adventure.
Yeah, I know. I know you've lived a good life. You don't deserve it. You really don't. Sorry. Maybe if you weren't so beige and just bland looking, you just blend into everything. Ah! It's peeing all over my garage in retaliation. All right, so we have the oil light on, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and reset our trip, and it's a beautiful day in Chicago. Oh, she's a beast. Oh no. You gotta be kidding me. Did this thing lock up like literally with no miles? No way. I have no idea what's going on. Oh my God. So are you serious? Yeah, this makes no sense. I hooked up a jumper. It cannot be locked up already. Come on, this is impossible. Look, it's running, it's back. I gotta keep my foot on the gas. Come on, dude, you got this. Okay, so everything's back to normal. Everything's completely back to normal. You know, it dying out, fine. You know, I haven't had this car long. Maybe it's got some kind of issue. But the fact that it was clicking like that was really weird. I don't know. Maybe the battery was low. Whatever. All right, we've gone 2 miles. Heat's coming in nicely as it should. We have coolant, and we're getting on the highway. I'm gonna try and not beat on it. We're just kind of, this thing is so slow. Just trying to merge on the highway. And we'll just go the legal speed limit or thereabout, roughly 60. All right, we're on cruise control, almost 3 miles in. I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna turn around and just make this my loop, so I'm kind of close. I gotta stay within like 10 miles of my house if I want a free tow when it inevitably blows up or locks up, one of the two. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for this engine right now. It was so good to its previous probably 10 owners at this point. But it's all in the name of science. Remember that, kids, science. All right, we've gone 11 miles, and I'm just pulling over in this forest preserve. See what this engine sounds like. But wow, overall, it sounds great. All right. Whoa. I sparked on the alternator. That was really dumb. Okay. Goodbye, valve cover. And hello, cams. How are you looking? How are you guys doing in here? Not bad at all. I mean, it's only been 11 miles, but the cam lobes look really, really nice. All right, so I've been letting it idle here for about a minute, and it took a little while, but some remnants of oil did kind of splash up. It's coated our intake manifold, and it's all going bye-bye, but I was actually surprised at how much oil was left in here after draining the thing for like an hour. I wonder how this timing belt looks. All right, so the timing belt doesn't look too bad, so we did a little bit of weight reduction there. We did some weight reduction with the valve cover, and now I think we're gonna do some pretty major weight reduction. Just don't scratch the paint, please. Very careful. I have to be very gentle when it's cold. Nothing to see here, folks. Just driving around with no hood on, and no valve cover, and no oil. Still going strong. Still little remnants of oil in there. It's definitely drying up and not splattering all over the place anymore. So, not much longer. This is like the easiest oil pan in the world. All the bolts are readily accessible, even the ones back there. So should be out in just a couple minutes. All right, I had to take a bracket out. That's it. Came right out. So this is what we have left. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Good amount of oil. Look at this. It's a good amount of glitter. And, ooh, wow. This is getting bad. This is straight up bearing material. Wow, this cannot last much longer. Wow, it sounds so good for being basically destroyed. Getting oil all over me. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Now I feel really bad. It's getting real. Well, we're definitely not gonna have any remnants of oil splashing on that valve train. So even when you drain your oil, there's still a little bit left. So this is what we have on the floor. And I don't know, this could have been just enough to splash that pickup tube and get a little bit on that valve train. But that's all gone now. It is all gone. Still sounds really good though. For literally having pieces of bearing in the oil pan, it sounds good. Okay, so right now I'm gonna put the oil pan back on just with like 2 bolts. We're gonna drive this thing 40 miles to my buddy OJ's shop where none of the guys know I'm doing this. So we're gonna do a little prank on that. We're gonna go there with no oil pan. So I'll put a couple bolts in so we don't get oil all over the road and my driveway. And then in the parking lot, we're taking it out. We're gonna get a reaction. Let's hit the road, 40 miles away. I got the tow insurance that'll cover me for 10. So yeah, should be fun. The last of its lifeblood. Yeah, we're gonna make it just fine. I'm starting to hear something. This is not good. Keep it going, keep it going. I got Eugene driving. I was playing with the camera. Oh. All right, let's go right. We gotta pull over. Oh, it just needed that little bit of oil in the sump. Oh, side street, go, 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 go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, did it die? Yep. Oh, no. And we were gonna drive it 40 miles onto the highway. Hold on, don't block this dude's driveway. Go right there. Wow, just that little bit of oil. That's what was doing it. Like a half a quart in the bottom of the sump. And we went like 2 miles with like really no oil after draining the pan. And it is, it's done. Go ahead. Woo! Hey! It's back! It's back! It really doesn't sound that bad. She's still alive. I didn't even have to jump it. Get the stick out. You got the jumper with you? Oh, we got a jumper. Oh, yeah. All right, hold on. Let me drive this bad boy. All right. I mean, obviously it's not locked up. I mean, it sounds bad, definitely, but it still works. Ooh. Come on, baby, just fire. No, let's get the jumper.
Sounds like a diesel now.
So I don't think we're gonna make it 4,000 miles.
It's off. The car's off.
Oh no, the car's off. Mind my way, people. Yeah, no big deal. It's fine. It's totally fine. I just gotta keep the revs up.
Oh, it's dead again.
It's dead again. Ooh, not crap. Oh no. Not good. Not good. I think we could. I'm just coasting. It's dead. Dude, I think I'm gonna have just enough speed to get off this road. Oh my god. Yep, there's someone behind me. I'm just cruising along. Look at this, right into a parking lot. This is good enough. Should we put some oil in this thing?
Maybe.
I mean, we already know the experiment is done. I mean, it's not going 4,000 miles. It's gone 24 miles. And it's locking up right now, and there's metal shavings. So it's like, that's it. The engine's toast.
Might as well.
I want to see if we put oil in it, if it stops dying out and stops locking up, you know? This engine's like, thank you, sir. All right, I don't want to put too much in because I don't want it like leaking all over the place. I don't want to be too good to it. Hey, there's no oil light on. That was enough to turn the oil. Wow. That's kind of weird. Like I put like maybe a quart in there and that turns the oil light off. Like that's good enough for the oil light system. So I gotta say that really makes me think that the 4,000 mile experiment, you know, they drained the oil, sure, but it probably just had like, you know, 3/4 of a quart or something like that.
Just enough in there.
Just enough in there to keep it just barely lubricated. Yeah, just dropping that sump out, dropping all the oil out of that sump just really did it. I mean, immediately within like a mile. And now we're cruising along just fine. All right, we maybe have like 1 quart of oil in there. We're on the highway. We have 40 miles to go. The knock isn't too bad. Here, hang on. Let me see if you guys can hear this. Yeah, no, you probably can't hear it. It sounds fine in here. It's actually running kind of hot now, and the coolant is totally full. It's been full the entire time. Yeah, I have a feeling this thing is going to be staying at my buddy's shop. We're 2 miles away from the shop. This is the hottest it's been. 61 miles. With either no or very minimal oil. We are firmly in the red. This is bad. Oh, dead. Oh, this is really bad. We are seriously a half a mile. We're done. Okay, that is real dangerous. Okay, that is super dangerous. We gotta be quick. Stay back, dude. When it runs, rip this off and just slam the hood and let's go. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, let's go, we got an opening. We are seriously, you know, a few, oh dude, no. Keeping it going. Oh, this is horrible. Go, dude, we need like, no, we need like 30 more seconds.
Here.
Cruising along. I think we're going downhill. We gotta be going like maybe 10 miles an hour. It's actually really easy.
Going this slot right here?
No, OJ's right there. We got like 2 more blocks, dude, but we can do it.
You got police behind you.
Who?
That light. There's a cop behind us at that light.
Oh, got a cop behind us. This is my life, people. 36 years old, pushing an $800 Camry that we just blew up down the road to trick one of my friends into thinking that we just need an oil change. Yeah, this is normal. Totally normal. All right, so I'm getting a push. The cop was real cool. I told him we got a little experiment going on here, and he's down, so maybe he'll watch the video. He's like, you care if I push you with my van? I'm like, no. I'm like, if only you knew what we did to this thing. What, are you going in the back?
Yeah.
Where to, sir?
Take me to Fluid Motor Union. I gotta pick up my Lambo.
No problem. Guy's right. You're a little close to my bumper, that guy. We got up to like 30 with the van pushing us. Oh, he's giving us a little bump there. Oh, this is great. We are literally coasting right where we need to coast. Right? This is gonna be his rack. I think he's in one of these back racks here. We made it. We made it. Dude, thank you. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. We're actually filming a stupid video right now.
Oh, sounds good, man. It's fine.
We blew this engine up.
We're gonna go do it too, or?
It's on YouTube, LegitStreetCars. LegitStreetCars, check it out. Hey, is this your business?
Yeah.
All right, go check these guys out. Mechanical contractor, commercial, residential services. They're a big help. They got a great van. It can push cars really nicely. All right, we made it. We're at Fluid. OJ's got a good idea of cleaning this thing up before Wojtek gets it. So everybody is at lunch right now. And Wojtek got this ticket before lunch, so he knows when he gets back, there is a 95 Camry on his rack for a real quick oil change in and out. So these guys are fully prepared, work order, oil filter. Looks oh, you even put synthetic on there.
That's what we're gonna
See,
do,
that's what's gonna throw him off. He's gonna be like, wait a minute, this is fake.
No, we actually only do synthetic for these cars, so like he won't know anything.
Oh, there we go. We added back a little bit more than we had before.
That's a bearing.
Just a little piece of bearing. Oh, I thought those were chunks. Ooh, there's some nice ones right there. Cool. All right. Ooh, there's a big one right there too. Yeah, 4,000 miles. I don't know. Not on this car. I brought the ML55 in the shop so I can film this because there was no good place for me to hide. I was gonna hide over there by those barrels, but I've been here for a couple weeks at a time working on this thing, so it's totally normal for me to be here.
I'm sorry to throw this on you. There's an oil change.
Yeah, I knew about it. Yeah, I'll do it.
If you can do that one, there's like an intermittent no start.
That looks pretty good, right? Oh, he just got the ticket. He just said it smells like it's burning a lot of oil. Just come record me. I'll just start talking about random stuff. So if you guys were around for the last video, we had some fan issues. This rubber strip right here, very important. Very important. You don't want to not have this. It'll cause it to overheat. Yeah, you got to leave it on there. I think he's going to lift it up. He's actually fixing the lift arms. We had it basically going off the floor. So I think he's getting a look right now. And the rust on these isn't too horrible. Like on the doors, it's pretty bad. On the other side, it's a little worse.
What do you mean change the oil on it? Dude. What is this? Dude. I can't believe this.
Did you try starting it?
No.
Dude, I drove it here.
I got it's even worse. It's just as bad up top. The timing cover's all apart. I'm like, what is going on? I got it up in there.
It sounded pretty rough, but it did not sound.
It's just one of those loud.
Dude, don't come over here, Alex.
Hey, is this one of those loud four-cylinder Camrys?
Don't come over here, Alex.
There's no way.
What?
Only missing an oil pan.
Oh, it's missing the oil pan? I've seen this before.
Dude.
There was a recall for rattling bolts on these.
They just come off?
Is this a 94 to 96?
You would have heard of it.
They don't just come off though.
Well, eventually, if you let them go long enough, they will come off. I swear, this was the Achilles heel of the 95 Camry, was the oil pan falling off.
The only thing that went wrong with them was the fact that the oil pan would intermittently fall.
It's good. I mean, there's an updated oil pan
I don't think it's gonna
with
help.
lock washers.
Driven in.
Dude, did you try starting it yet?
No, I don't think we should.
It's got a Chicago city sticker, so this guy came from real far away. He totally believes it. Sneaking the oil pan in. Okay. Wasn't this an old guy that drove it in? It's the beige one, so it's gotta be an older guy, right?
It looks like there's some new parts in there.
The belt's pretty decent, right? These things last forever.
Why would they put the bolts in here?
Oh, what'd you find? Wait, they're calling the customer right now?
This car is dead.
What's wrong?
I don't even know where to start. This thing needs a new car.
Promise.
This thing is completely missing an oil pan. Like the whole oil pan gone.
Wait.
No oil in the car. Engine's blowing to shreds. Like it's dead. This $700 car is toast.
Did it drive in here?
I can't believe that it did. I mean, I don't know how it got here, but yeah, it's done.
Hey, this is Donnie calling in from Fluid Ingredient.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call. We're working on the Camry here. The technician got a chance to do an inspection here, and it looks like the oil pan from your car was actually in the trunk.
Yeah, I left the oil pan in the trunk on purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
That's gonna have caused some pretty bad damage here.
But it's a Camry 4-cylinder, and I put a special engine additive in it, so I didn't have to run on oil anymore.
Yeah, you know, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think that's gonna have done the trick.
He still doesn't know. Boy, Doug, you know we're messing with you, right?
Johnny,
I just drove this thing from my house 60 miles with no oil in it, and it locked up a half a mile away.
Oh, you drove this thing?
Yeah, that's the whole video I'm doing.
Oh, what the hell?
It's my car.
You guys got me? I thought he was trying to make a video, so I was like, let's not totally embarrass this customer.
Right now, you're working on a Ferrari, a Camry, and a Porsche, right?
Dude, I saw you shooting the video, and I was gonna tell you put like an Audi or BMW logo on this thing, because I thought I was in the backdrop by accident.
I mean, that would have been more normal.
And I realized I was actually in the video.
If it was an Audi or BMW, that'd be like, just another day at the shop, right?
You should be like, let me just set this up and void thing, and push this thing out of the way, because I knew that thing's not running. So I was like, I should have known this is suspicious from the get-go.
It's all coming together now.
Yeah,
I think we should like take that cover off and just see if we can get it to turn over. Like,
so now we want to get it restarted.
hit it with a breaker bar and try to see if we can get it.
I don't think I can make it home.
I don't think you make it home, but if we get it started, I'd say that's a win.
I'm really glad I left the ML55 here. That kind of works out. Put the oil pan back on. We want to see if it'll start.
Okay, that's a stopping point.
Yeah, it is. We can get it to move a little, and then it just stops.
All right, I'm backed up, so we can try to like ram it off the starter from this point.
Yep, that's the running start. It's locked. It's over. That's moving a tiny bit.
Keep going.
No, it's not.
One more.
It's over, OJ. It's over.
I don't want it to be
over. OJ never gives up, all right? He still thinks this thing will run. I think it's over with. But that'll do it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at LegitStreetCars. I'll give you guys some updates on what we end up doing here because OJ seriously will not give up. But with that, give the video a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, run your car with oil, at least a half quart if you have a Toyota. You'll be fine. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch all of you in the next video.